Hello, Cozy Detectives, and welcome to the Blanket Fort Files. I'm Larissa,
And I'm Joy.
and we're here to report on all things comfy and cozy.
Doodly doodaloo.
I know. I always think that because when recording, there's no theme music, so it's always just like we pause for a second, I guess, for Joy to edit, and then we're like,
Yeah. We're really good at doing that pause though. Because I'll
yeah.
like go to edit and I'll be like, okay. I can tell by the like sound waves where we start the like intro
Mhm.
from like if we talked before. It's so
That's so
funny.
funny. And it's like, and go. So,
Yeah.
oh man.
How's it going? How's life? I'm trying to, if you hear squiggles, um, Larissa has a birthday coming up. Crazy pants. And so I'm
Yes.
trying to make something that we had talked about that I was like, I'll make this and send this to you. And then I was like, oh gosh, I've not started yet. So
And well, when this episode comes out, I think my birthday will have passed. But we're
true.
kind of doing this as like sort of a funnish extra little episode for my birthday. Just
Yeah.
we'll get into it in a little bit, but this is something we've never done before, which I'm really excited about.
Mixing it up in
Yeah,
the
keeping you
blanket
on your
fort.
toes.
Yeah, yeah. You'll never know what we'll do. It's our blanket fort. Our rules. Or so they say.
um, I don't know where my mind went here, but Jacqueline and I quote this from Grease a lot. Another Grease reference. I feel like we just talked about that in what was it, the last episode? But when you said our rules, so it's right before the final race at the end, and the one like bad guy's like rules there ain't no rules.
I love that. I always think of that commercial. It's like, there's no rules. There's one rule. Like, that's what I think of.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
Wait. I can remember that, but like I haven't seen Grease in so long.
that's probably why you didn't remember that it was so inappropriate.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
man.
my
That was
gosh.
so
Grease
like I was
lightning
laughing
shook.
about that. I was laughing about that after of like you're like it's PG-13 and I'm like
You're
very much
like, did you pay attention? Apparently not. However many
no.
years ago.
Yeah.
Oops,
But
just dropped a beat.
I have a few springy things to
Do it.
share. One, I've since, even though technically in our world it's not technically spring yet, but whenever it's daylight savings has started, I'm like, okay,
I feel like it
it's
counts.
spring.
Yeah.
Um, but and I'm like, we recorded the episode, so it is now in the running to do our bucket list items. But I've
Yes.
accomplished two so far. One I'm
Wow.
saving for my 2% because it just feels very 2%y.
Got
But
it.
I went to the tulip fields yesterday.
Oh, that was yesterday. Wow, what a world.
I
I feel like that was
know.
like a year ago already from when you
Oh,
texted that to me.
no.
But that's
Yeah,
so exciting though.
yeah, it was really fun. I got to pick, I mean, you can pick as many as you want, you have to pay for them, but,
Is it
I
like per
picked
stem?
yeah,
Mm.
it was $7 to enter and then 3 per stem, so I didn't get, like,
Oh,
a ton
gotta
'cause
pick the best ones.
yeah, that can
Yeah.
add up, but it was a fun little vibe, and again, I haven't been in literally like 10 years. So it was like an
Aw.
experience I was really wanting to have. Um, so yeah, I was really excited. It was fun. The weather was very nice. It had rained a lot the day before. I didn't think I was going to get to go because
Mm.
earlier in the week there was a forecast for it to like rain basically Wednesday through Sunday, and so I was like, the
Oh.
one weekend I had it planned, but and then it wasn't raining and it wasn't raining, and then it finally rained a lot on Saturday, so it was super muddy. But and it had gotten down in the 40s that
Oof.
Saturday, which for us is really cold this time of year. So it was like high 50s, low 60s when I went, but the sun was out, so I honestly felt pretty
Mm.
nice, and it wasn't super cold or super hot. I was like, oh, this is what spring should be.
I know. The fields actually looked really big too. Like, did they look as big in person as on camera?
Yeah, they do stretch out pretty far, and they have a really, really huge selection. That was honestly part of it
That's
was
cool.
kind of overwhelming of just, like, how many options you could pick from, and then
Yeah.
again, like, because it adds up, so I was like, "I don't know what to pick."
I know, right? You're like, I don't want to play. So do they give you like scissors, or are you just supposed to go like how do you get it?
You're supposed to just, like, pull straight up. There
Oh.
was a couple that I got, like, the bulb with it, but they trimmed it
Like
off
maybe
for
free
you.
tulips next year.
Right? Um, but yeah, they give you these, baskets that you can place them in while
Cute.
you're going around in the fields, and then, they'll wrap them up, and they call it a transport gel. I
Oh.
guess it's to keep them from wilting before you're able to put them in water, because people, like, come
Mm.
all over the state, and I think even from further away to visit. So
That's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, because I don't know anything like that near me. Like maybe across the Continental Divide, but that would be like a 7, 8 hour drive or something
Oh,
like
wow,
that.
yeah. No,
Some very,
thanks.
very long. Yeah, exactly. Like if I'm going, I'm going. Like I'm going for the
Yeah,
weekend.
this was a 40-minute drive for me,
Oh,
so
that's so awesome.
yeah. And then, this was almost my 2% cozier, but it felt a little bit bigger. I don't know, I've definitely done
Ooh.
things like this for a 2%, but, I had one that was like, "I'm intentionally making my life cozier," but I wanted to share this, and I know we're not on video, so I'll share a picture, but Joy, I wanted you to see, I painted
Stop,
a
that's so
flower pot.
cute. You did such a good job.
Thank you.
Did that
I
take
was
like
very proud.
hours?
Honestly, not too bad. I did the first
Wow.
little bit with Jacqueline because she did one too. She did some little cherries on her, so hers went pretty fast. And
Cute.
then, you know me, I popped on my little audiobook and I was rocking and rolling.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Yeah, it's got
Yeah.
like is it like vines that you painted?
Yeah, I did little like green vines with little, I guess,
Cute.
red flower petally type things. I don't really know
Yeah.
what I was going for. And then I did stripes, so I did like little washi tape stripes and I put little yellow dots on them. I don't know, it just kind of like
Oh, I
was
love it.
flowing. I was in a little
Yeah.
creative state, so I had fun with it.
It looks great. Do you know what plant you're gonna put in it,
A
or
fake
is
one.
that oh, LOL.
I can't keep
No,
things
I get
alive,
it.
so it will
I
definitely
get
be a
it.
fake one.
But it could be cute. One of
Yeah,
my favorite
exactly.
things, I don't have it anymore, but I had this, I think I got it from like IKEA. It was a fake plant that I feel like would look really cute in that because it like drapes down. I had it over my
I have the
fridge.
same one, and I tested it, and I think
Yeah.
I really because I have one that it's dangling down on my bookshelf. You maybe even be able to see it in a couple of our video episodes. I'm not sure,
Mm.
but I want to get another one and maybe bring this to work and have it in my office.
Cute.
Yeah,
Yes. Love that. Love that for your
because I'm
office.
always trying to make my office a little cozier. Because I'm like, we have to be here. It should at least
Right?
be cozy.
Right? I know. Yeah, I totally, totally agree. When is the next Rosie Day that she gets to go hang? Is it once a month?
Friday.
Yay! So cute.
Yeah, I'm excited. So that'll be good to
That's
have
gonna
her
be so
there.
fun. She's a
Yeah,
nice little companion and
I
mascot.
know.
I will
Uh,
stop doing I don't want to distract myself with the how many did I do though? I did 1, 2, 3, 4. I did 5 of well, they're flowers, but I did 5 flower things. I need to do a lot more, but
oh.
at least I did 5 of them. 5 closer than I had before. So
Okay.
that's exciting.
How have
Okay,
you
should we?
been?
How have I been? I've been alright. The
Yeah.
weather was much nicer today, so that was good. I'm ready because it like dumped snow, and I was like, "Ugh,
Oh my
gross,
gosh. That's wild.
gross." But I had to
And
work on my car. I feel like that's one of my things. So I feel like this is gonna be me for like a hot second. But I started looking up more things to do
mhm.
for the car, and the next thing I'm thinking of, which I'm trying to figure out how, is I just don't know how far down the rabbit hole to jump. You know what I'm saying? Because I want new car seat covers for like the
Mhm.
front seat, like both of them, but I don't like nearly any of the ones I've seen online.
So many of them are ugly. Like, I don't have any in mind
Yeah,
because I did growing up, but yeah, I feel like they're either kind of chewy. No, they're like all chewy or
super.
really boring.
Yes.
Like, it's
Or like
either
a
like
really
a
like
black or brown, or then you have the, like
yeah.
no offense if you like this, but the, like, Hawaiian flower or the
Yes,
little, like,
it's very
butterfly.
like what AI would think. You know what I
Yes.
mean? I'm like, who's
Yes.
buying these things? Like they're like really like odd flowers or like not that butterflies and flowers are bad, but it's not even like a pretty version. Like,
Yeah,
it looks like AI made the photo and they stuck a photo on. And
probably what they did.
right? And the couple that I saw that I was like, "Oh, maybe this is cute." It was a photo that was meant to look like XYZ. So, like, it
Ugh.
wasn't, like, it was supposed to look kinda like a hand embroidery, but it was a photo of it on it, and I'm like, "That's gonna be, like, so much worse than just not."
Yeah.
So, my other thought, but I don't know how far to jump into this. So, I have seen if you do, like, a granny square, you could do, like, a whole granny square version, and I think that'd be really cute.
Oh,
But
I like a crochet or
mm,
knitted.
yes, but I feel like you're in it then because it's so
Yeah,
like, even if
that's a
it's like
lot.
a yeah, like a couple inch by couple inch square, I'm like, I'm doing a bunch of those and I'm trying to like, do I have to do an elastic at the end or what do I do to like make it
Yeah.
on the chair? So, Cozy Detectives, if you've ever made one, let me know. Which I feel like
Yeah, I
I
was
say a
gonna
lot, but
ask
I'm
if
just
you
like,
would get a pattern and just sew it with fabric.
oh,
That might be
maybe
a
there's a
little
pattern.
easier, but I think the granny square would be so cute, like a little patchwork
That's what I was
vibe.
thinking. The other thing
I
I was
want it.
thinking of sewing something, but the other thing I was thinking of doing was sewing something and seeing how it would look like on top. I have one of those like very cheap, like reflective in the front window. What am I trying to say? Windshield.
Oh, to keep it from being hot.
Yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
they're called
Whatever
either.
that thing's called. My
I
brain
th
can't think of it.
sun protector? I don't know.
Yeah, sun
I know what you're
reflector,
talking
sun
about.
something something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, I have one of those, but it's oogly. And so the other thing I was thinking is like sewing or doing something on top of that.
Cute.
I thought that could be cute, but the other
Yeah.
thing is like I don't want it to like melt. So I feel like that would have to be like a fabric.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to like. I do have these sequins, which I could still put on a thing.
Oh,
Come on,
yeah.
sequins. Where?
Cute.
Yeah, I got them from a thrift store, so I was like, okay, I
Oh,
could
that's
sew
fun.
these onto something. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but again, those I feel like would get really sun damaged. So I don't know,
Yeah.
figuring it out one thing at a time. That's probably my most
Yeah.
exciting thing I've been
I
doing
was
in
gonna
life.
say, I like by proxy made Jacqueline's car a 2% cozier for
Cute.
myself.
Love
So
it.
we actually carpool to work because we work pretty close to each other. And when she drives, because she doesn't have tinted windows, and
Mm.
on the way home where the sun is positioned, my ear just feels like it's baking in an oven.
Ugh.
So she got me a little baby window clean.
I love it. I love it. Oh
So,
my.
yeah,
There you
that's
go.
yeah, we put it up today, and I was like, "Oh, my ear feels so much better."
Right?
A little baby.
Right? Just a baby.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, see, there you go. Make all cars 2% cozier. Obsessed.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm really excited to have this. Do you want to explain the plan and then we can kind of
Sure.
get into it?
Yeah. So this concept, I'm gonna give Joy the credit because she came up with this as an idea. And it took me a second to get it because I thought
Maybe
we were
just
doing
misunderstood
like
you.
no, I misunderstood you. I think this is great because I thought we were doing like top fives for each of these. And I was like, that's going to be a very long episode. But basically, we have categories of different things from the 90s. And we're each doing, I guess you could call it like a mini case file
Yeah,
for
very
each
many.
thing.
Mhm.
So we'll get into a little bit of behind the scenes or fun facts or like our background with it. But these are things that weren't necessarily solely 90s, but they were very popular in the 90s. We loved them in the 90s. And I was about to say, I don't know about you, Joy, but I do know that we're very excited to talk about this. We always love talking about 90s things.
Yeah.
So do we want to share our categories like from the jump or like when we get to them?
I say we share them just because then you can look forward to it as we go.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you want to share them?
yeah, so we'll start with food. So we each have a little very mini case file on that, basically just kind of chatting about it. And then fashion trends, toys, and technology. And then we'll end with our 2% like usual.
The
But
huge.
we each have a subcategory under that. So starting with food, Larissa, do you want
Yeah.
to start with yours and then I'll start with the first one for fashion trends?
Yeah, so my mini case file for food is kid cuisine.
Ugh, loved it.
I know.
Loved it.
Um, so if you're, I guess, unfamiliar, these were frozen TV dinners specifically for kids. And they were specifically marketed as frozen food version of a Happy Meal.
I
And I was
mean,
like,
spot on.
That tracks. Except you
Yeah.
don't really get the toy. I mean, I'll get into this. The
Yeah, where's my
Kinder Toy,
toy?
yeah, that's the big part of the Happy
Lame.
Meal. Hello.
I know.
They were first sold in April of 1989, so right before the 90s really
Yeah.
kicked
Yeah, because
off.
some of mine also span like 90s, 2000s or 80s,
Yeah.
90s. It's just like whenever we
One
caught
of
it.
mine goes back to the 60s, but
Oh.
it was very beloved. It was like the first thing I thought of for this episode, so we'll get into it. But Kid Cuisine has a mascot. It's a penguin named KC, which is short for Kid Cuisine.
Oh. It's that type of stuff where, like, when I was a kid, I didn't know the name of that penguin, and I also
Yeah,
wouldn't have cared. I'd have been like, whatever. Like, but it's
yeah,
cool now to be like, oh yeah, I forgot.
yeah. But okay, I'm going to give a little also backstory and then go to the more current because you're going to be disappointed, I feel.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it used to be a different penguin, and this penguin was named BJ. I don't know why. I'm like, Casey makes sense for
Yeah,
Kid
kids
Cuisine.
queen.
And they also had a polar bear named the Chef, which
Yeah.
that tracks. And then this is where you're going to be disappointed. In 2022, they updated it to like a more computer animated looking penguin instead
Oh.
of the classic 2D animated
Oh,
penguin.
I don't like
Yeah.
it. I know. I was
He
like,
looks
I
kinda
fear.
creepy, to be honest.
Yeah. I wanna. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. In the early
It
2000s?
just no, it was recent, it was 22. Just Google kidcuisine.com and it'll pop up when you, like, go to the website.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't I mean, it's very on brand for me, but I don't like I forgot
he
about
just
the
looks like he
Duncan
doesn't have a
thing.
soul.
Yeah, that's the thing with all of it when it's like, I'm like,
Yeah,
"Who
it
made
just looks
this?"
so not personal. But anyways, so basically the TV dinner came with, like, different sections for food.
Yeah.
So you typically got a main and then 1 to 2 sides and a dessert. And they've actually done like breakfast before.
Oh.
And then they introduced these what they call this is like the quote unquote toy, but they were scan and play games for kids. So they were really trying to market these as like a fun experience. And they called it like a kid motivated to buy product because basically you'd be at the grocery store and be like, Mom, can I have this?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, okay, fine, be quiet.
Yeah.
um, but they really got a lot of criticism for being unhealthy. So then they kind of
Oh,
tried to
yeah.
market them as healthy, which I'm just like, it's fine. Not every food needs to be healthy, but don't try to market yourself as healthy when you're not.
Yeah.
Because they'd be like, we have vitamins and you can get protein in these fish sticks. And
Oh
it's
my
just
gosh,
like,
you're like, "You're stretching."
no one's getting Kid Cuisine for nutrition,
Yeah.
okay? We're getting
I'm
it because
getting
it's
it
a
with my
fun
Blockbuster, I'll
vibe.
tell you that
Ex
much.
yes, that was the peak
Yes.
combination was your Kid Cuisine and your Blockbuster. Pizza if
Yes.
you were really fancy and rich, but most
Oh,
I'd say
yeah. Or like the
was
little,
the
like,
Kid
pan
Cuisine.
do you remember from, I know we've talked about this too, this is on some episode. I feel like it's the episode we were talking about the kid my brain's a little off today, but the kid bookstore at your school, I can't think of what it's called right
Oh,
now.
Scholastic,
Yes.
the pan
That
pizza.
yeah, I feel like we talked about this during that episode, but do you remember did in your area, could you take your report card and go get stuff?
No.
Oh, oh, so
I
sad.
know people did.
I did. I was like, you feel like now, like as an adult, I think that's why, like on your birthday, I'm
Yeah,
just like, yes, get all this stuff.
all
Because
the
as a kid, I was
goodies.
like, my report card. But yes, so
Yeah.
anyway, not that it 100% connects with this, but like this is that same feeling where you're like, I want.
Yeah, and I just obviously, as a kid, it's made for kids. I thought this was, like, fine dining, not really, but I was like, "This
Yeah,
is so
right.
good." But, like, looking at pictures of it, I was like, "Oh, this is so questionable." Like, the pizza was even, like, more questionable than, like, cafeteria pizza, and the hard thing too so because they were, TV dinners, you just microwave them, and so you always got the weird temperature
Oh yeah,
fluctuation because
something
you could
squishy,
have
something's
yeah,
crunchy.
like you
You're
would
like,
have
ugh.
corn and then because
Yeah,
some stuff would be overcooked, but then some would be under, and then, like, you got the dessert, but usually the dessert was in it, so that
it's getting
tended
like,
to be overcooked because it was,
yeah.
like, a reheated brownie or, like, reheated slice of cake, and so it's always just
Uh-huh.
like, at the time, going into it, you're like, "Yes, elite," and then by the end, you're just like, "Meh."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. remember that. I remember that.
So that was kid cuisine.
Cute. Love it. Mine is Push Pops. I loved
Fun.
them. They were so good. So first started in 1986 actually as a lollipop, which I thought was interesting. Where like as Push Pops is like an ice cream based, find it in the frozen section, but it first started as a
Isn't
lollipop where
it
you
also
like,
like candy?
oh yeah, there's the Push Pop where you like the hard candy Push Pop where you push it up with your
Hmm.
finger and then yeah. The one that I'm talking about is the ice
I know which
cream.
one. Yeah, like the Flintstone
Yeah, but I
ones.
think it is called the same thing now that you've
It's
said
just,
that.
yeah, I never really pieced that together until now because when you had said
I
Push
haven't
Pop, I was like,
either.
oh, I didn't know that was like your favorite candy.
Yeah, like
And then you said
yeah.
lollipop and ice cream, and I was like, but
Not me
yeah,
even in research did I realize that that was that. I bet they're talking about the thing that we're talking about right now, but in research I was like, "Wow, it started as a candy." And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure that candy's still at like Dollar Tree." Um,
keep going. I love it.
but they were originally and apparently called push up pops, which I'm like, mm-mm, push pop, like get rid of that up. I know where I'm
Yeah.
pushing it, but it was really popular when they connected it.
Sorry,
I lost you.
that was so funny.
But like, what else am I gonna do? Like,
I
what's my
know I'm
other
pushing
option?
it.
You know what I'm saying?
So good.
Um, so they became really popular, and this is how I remember them as the Flintstone ones.
Yes. Okay. See, like I said,
Right,
I'm
right,
following you there. Which,
right.
when you're done, I have a side. This isn't really a case file, but I have a side Flintstone food story for you.
Oh
But
yes.
continue your case file first.
The other thing I thought about when I found the Flintstones was the Flintstone gummies, which we're not talking about in this, but like, remember as they try to like pitch those to us as
Oh,
kids? Oh, is that your side
it's a
story?
yes.
Okay, 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 okay. But so the
Not
character,
gummies, the vitamins.
yeah, oh yeah, 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 vitamins, yeah. But I think they were they gummy or were they hard? I don't
They were
remember.
hard.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. I
I
see
have a
your
core
eyes.
memory.
I see your eyes of PTSD. I'll let you tell your story. um, but they had character themed flavors, which I don't remember, but
Oh, I didn't either.
yeah, but I found the names. So the three I could
Cute.
find was Yabba Dabba Doo Orange, Lime Rock Lime, and
Uh-huh.
Bedrock Berry. Bedrock Berry, I feel like I remember seeing, but the one I always wanted to eat was the orange one. 'Cause I
Yeah,
just like,
that one's I always just when we were talking about it, I was just like, "There's only
right?
orange." Like, that's the
Yeah.
only one I have a memory of, like,
Yeah, like
eating.
lime? Like, as a kid, I
Ew.
was never a
Okay,
big lime
I
flavor
did. I
lady.
loved lime sherbet. I
Really?
was a
As a
weird
kid?
kid. Yes.
Oh, I'm
I
down for
had
that for
I
you.
still have it. My mother washed it. It's fine.
Shout out.
Cleanliness. But I have a stuffed rabbit that I would share my lime sherbet with as a kid.
Oh,
And so
that's
we
so
always had
sweet.
a little green mustache.
That's so cute. I wasn't sharing nothing
Yeah.
with my stuffed animals. I was like, live on your own, suckers. Um, but yeah, I remember the orange one, but I think it was
Hmm.
remember the like, who loves orange soda? Who loves orange? I'm trying not to get
Oh,
like in trouble. Um, but I don't know if it was that or I just liked orange flavored things as a kid, but like the glass bottle orange things I loved, this I
oh yeah.
loved. I loved anything like that. And then apparently they took off or like I don't know if they just discontinued the connection with them and they thought okay, we're super popular now so we don't need it, but they stopped doing the Flintstone ones and then they declined. And I'm like, obviously, because
Well,
I bought it because of the Flintstones.
yeah, serves you right.
Right?
Push up pops. Ugh.
Right? I'm like, gross, weird name. Just kidding. Um But the only other thing I have about it is apparently they became hugely popular because they were in ice cream trucks a lot, and I never
Mm.
once
I'm scared
got
they're
a
coming
thing.
back to where I live.
Oh, really? You
Remember?
hear them? I remember
Yeah,
that one time.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were here for a long time. So
That's so
it's getting
funny.
warmer again. I'm like, they're gonna come back.
Right? I don't know why. I guess like now in my parents' neighborhood, I see more than when I was a child in my parents' neighborhood. And I'm like, where
Yeah,
were these when I was a kid? But
right.
maybe it was a good thing that they weren't there because I feel like they wouldn't have been like checked and it just been like, hey kid, you want this thing? And like I don't know. But I never saw ice cream trucks. So I remember the first time I went to New York, I saw one and I was so stoked. But I think it was like a brand one. Like it's like a known
Mm,
thing. And so I did that. But that was I was like in my 20s, I think, or early
yeah,
20s.
it's not the same.
Yeah, not the same. Okay, what's your PTSD?
Okay, another shout out to my mom. So she probably knows where I'm going with this. So when we were kids, we had Flintstone vitamins, and I thought they were disgusting. I hated those things. They tasted like chalk. I hated them so much that I would throw them away in my bathroom trash.
Oh my
And then I
gosh,
got
that's so
caught because there
funny.
were all vitamins in my trash can, and I got in trouble.
Aw.
But
You
I
just like
hate
stuffing them in the
him.
trash can.
Yeah, I was just like, "I'm sorry. I don't like these." And then
Aw.
yeah, so then I would have to eat them in front of her, so she knew I didn't throw them away.
That's so funny. Oh my poor
Yep.
little, like we've seen little Larissa. Like I picture her being like, I don't
Yeah,
want it.
I know,
Mm.
exactly.
Oh, that's
Okay,
so.
so do you wanna do your fashion trend?
I said that, but I feel like we're flowing back and forth. I don't want to go two in a row, and then you have two in a row. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
vote
fine.
you go
I can
first.
go. Okay.
Yeah,
So I didn't text you this. I switched mine up because I was
love
originally
it.
gonna do butterfly clips, but there wasn't like a ton that they were like, it's a
They
clip that
existed.
looks like a butterfly that you
Yeah.
put in your hair. The end.
You're like,
So I decided to switch and do body glitter,
oh.
specifically the Bath and Body Works art stuff.
Oh my word! I love body
Yeah,
glitter.
that's why I was like, I'm not gonna tell Joy so she
I
can be
love it.
excited about
I love
it.
it now. I'm gonna wear it to
Right?
my concerts.
Please do. So body glitter in general has origins from the 70s, from disco and drag culture.
That
Which
makes
did you, speaking of disco, did you listen to the new Harry album?
sense. No, I actually haven't. Is it good? Is it iffy?
See,
The
I've seen most people like it. I
Yeah.
didn't like the first half. The second half, from it. So when Coming Up Roses is about like the midway point on, I liked a lot more. The first half is just not me, but I
Mm.
just don't really like synthy dance music, and that's what like most of it
Oh.
is. And for me, I don't know, because I really like Harry's House, and I feel like there's a lot
Yeah,
of
I do
synth
like
in that, but I feel like there's so much synth in this that you can't even hear him half the time. Where in Harry's House, like you can really hear him singing, and in this,
Yeah.
I just felt like I was at the like club.
Oh. What did you think of the performance? Did you
I didn't watch the. Are you talking about like the whole thing on Netflix or just the one at the award show?
just the one at the award show?
I thought
I
it
saw.
was kind of fun because I didn't super like that song when it was originally released, but I thought the like performance made me like it a little bit more because I was like, oh, he just looks like he's having so much fun with his little choreography.
A little choreography. I
Yeah.
think that was one for me. I saw it and I went, "Oh no, what is this?" And then the more I watched it, the more I was like, "Oh, okay, I like it." Like it's
Yeah,
just so
it
interesting.
just seems fun. Yeah.
I'm still a little unsure on the outfit that he chose to wear for
Yeah.
that. I'm like, you don't look disco or dance or like,
Yeah, I'm like his whole tour, it was like disco outfit after disco
yeah.
after yeah.
To me, it kind of felt like they were like, "Excuse me, sir, you have a performance in 5 minutes," and he's like, "Oh no, I'm doing my taxes. Let's go now." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"My guy, change." But I don't know. Maybe I just don't get the vibe. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
But
But anyways, back to body glitter.
yeah, oh well, it's fine.
So with how like I don't think this is the case anymore, but I feel like for decades and decades, fashion trends really kind of it was like every 20 years they
Yeah,
recycled. So
for
like the
sure.
70s really inspired the 90s, and then we had
Mhm.
a resurgence of the 90s. But I feel like the trajectory of fast fashion, like we're really looking at 1 to 2 years
Yep, I
for
agree.
fashion trends instead of like entire decades. But
Mhm.
because it was popular in the 70s, it came back around in the 90s. And it was really popularized by singers like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, J-Lo. And so the Bath and Body Works art stuff was a line of like body glitter products,
I loved it.
essentially. And they really wanted to market these towards like the younger demographic, and get like younger people shopping at Bath and Body Works. So there was a focus on body glitter, color, and doing this research I thought was kind of cool because I guess as a kid, I didn't particularly know why it was called art stuff because I was like, well, it doesn't
Yeah.
look like paint, but I mean, it was very fun packaging. But they were trying to make it where you are kind of getting to express your inner artist, and they wanted
Oh,
to create a spirit of individuality, encouraged having fun with your everyday look. And I was just like, I love
cute.
those vibes,
Yeah.
please.
Oh,
And so it spanned multiple items, including a lip gloss, roll on glitter, shower gel, body splash, which is like a little body mist,
oh yeah.
spray hair gel, and they all featured glitter. Probably not the most environmental friendly, but that's okay. And then they came in different scents, including, are you ready for these? You're going to
Oh,
throw back. I
I feel
forgot
like,
about every
yeah.
single one until I saw these. Mega Mint Chip,
Oh,
Charmin Cherry, Sassy Strawberry, and Goodness Grapeness.
oh my, I didn't remember. Oh, such
Yeah.
throwback. I loved the roll on glitter. Loved it.
Yeah, I can just,
Loved
like,
it.
smell
Bathed
it
in it.
too, just, like,
Yeah,
thinking of
exactly.
that.
So
Oh my
good.
gosh. Yeah, and just
Uh,
I know we've talked about this before, but can we bring back fun packaging and fun store
yes.
looking stores and get over these ugly gray boxes?
I know. I know. I just feel like you can overcome the gray box. I have hope.
Please.
But yeah, I just feel like they were so fun. That's one of mine down in, I think it's in the toy section, is like specifically like super fun and colorful and all these things, and I'm like, "Ah, I miss that." Like
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know, cuz it's not like there's not kids, you know what I'm saying? Like kids love
Right,
stuff. I don't
exactly.
know.
Oh, I was cutting through, I think I was at Walmart and I was cutting through like the baby clothes section just to get somewhere faster. And it was so depressing. It was like
Ugh.
beige, beige, brown, and gray. And I was like, oh my God, this is depressing. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
I want my kid to be that weird kid that's got like a tutu and a thing and a cowboy hat.
Yeah,
Like,
just
be that
having fun.
kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, let them have
Yeah.
fun. They're kiddos. Mine is in my childhood. I would put mine on and then put yours on. So my fashion trend is denim, and
I
I know
love
that's kind
it.
of like a really big arc of things. I
It's
don't.
very broad.
I
It reminds me
know.
of that one Beyonce song from her Cowboy Carter album, the Levi's jeans. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's like denim on, denim on, denim.
Yeah, that's exact like, literally, I talk about Canadian tuxedo in a second,
Yeah.
so but
Oh,
I
love
just
it.
think in thinking about that, like, I remember the overalls, I remember the
Mhm.
I wasn't quite in there with the, like, the super, super wide leg, like so I'll just get into
Me
it. So
neither. Yeah.
oversized jeans were it attributed it to Tupac, Kurt Cobain, Snoop Dogg, and kinda like the skater style, and I could
Mhm.
kind of see kind of influences of all of that. The Jinko
Yeah.
jeans
Oh, the
were the
like parachute
huge,
pants.
yeah,
Yeah.
huge, huge, which also, if you look up on, like, eBay and stuff nowadays, are also really popular and go for, like, 100 plus on that, so if you
Dang.
got old
Yeah.
Jenko jeans and you don't want them, the Canadian tuxedo
Oh my
was
gosh.
the iconic Justin and Britney photo in
Yep.
2001. I still like a Canadian tuxedo, come at me, I think it's fun. It's
It's
kinda
very I know I talk about this show all the time, but Billy Dunn from Daisy Jones and the Six, man loves a denim on denim look.
See, if you do it well, it still lasts. Doesn't matter when. Denim jackets, so like Levi's, Calvin
My
Klein, Tommy Hilfiger.
favorite.
Yeah, the very like night. Like it's interesting too because I feel like this style with denim can go everywhere from like the model off duty '90s vibe to like the
Mhm.
very like Jenko to the Justin and Britney side of it to a few of the TV shows that they talked about as well, were like Friends, Fresh Prince. I wrote Gilmore Girls in because they also love denim on that show too, in
Yeah.
like the denim jackets and like the like fun. Rory has a fun jacket with like the I don't know if it's I think it's floral, like a yellow floral uh, ribbon on the edge of the denim on one of her
Mm.
jackets. Um, it's just the like when I looked up why so baggy, the the thing that I saw, and it makes sense again, like you're saying about like the trends fluctuating back and forth, is the 80s was a lot more like skin tight and
Mm.
elastic and all of that type. And so the
Yeah.
90s just swung to like really wide type pants specifically and some
Yeah, that makes
clothing.
sense.
So it's interesting too because even in looking in the what was that like early 2010s to now, even jeans again or like they were skinny and now they're barrel and maybe it's going back towards skinny already because the micro of it, but
Yeah.
it's just yeah, it was fun. I loved it. I used to wear denim. I had this denim bucket hat, which I'm pretty sure I still have, but as a
Cute.
child I would wear it. That's which is very very 90s.
Yeah,
um
truly. Oh, so
Loved it.
good.
You just can't go wrong especially like a little kid, like let me wear denim and like have my roll on glitter and just live my life, you know.
Yeah, and you're set.
I'm
That's
set.
so good. All right, getting into toys.
Geese.
Oh my gosh, so this is the one. that I was like, are we doing just like a one case file? Are we doing a top five? I was like, I have to talk about this. I could probably do a full episode case file. So I'll try not to talk
Yeah.
too much about this. But, and I don't think I've ever really talked about this being like part of my Eating Gilmore cooking lore, but I really think I can attribute some of my lore to this. But mine is the Easy Bake Oven. Did you
Yes.
have one, Joy?
I did not actually. I know.
You
I
can
know.
get them. They're very expensive now, and I'll get into it. It's honestly depressing how how this inflation. But they were first introduced. I didn't know they went this far back, but they were first introduced in 1963.
Mm.
And so basically, if you're not familiar with Easy Bake Oven, it is a toy oven, which I know this sounds kind of sketch, but it gets sketchier. Don't worry. So it comes with, and you can buy these separately, but there are these little cake mixes. So kind of like if you would buy a cake box mix today, it comes with the powder, and then you typically now as adults you mix in like the eggs and the oil. Back then it was really just water. And so you
Oh.
mix it up and you put it in this tiny little pan, and then it cooks under a light bulb.
That's the thing that I remember as a kid throwing me. So, do you have to like replace the light bulb if it burns? Is it a regular light bulb or is it like an
It's
easy
like
bake light bulb?
super, super hot. I actually have
Oh.
this in my notes. It was the first toy oven powered by a 100-watt light bulb.
Oh, that is a hot light bulb.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to
Shoot.
cook food with
I know. Like I'll see you in 45 years.
it, right? So yeah, basically, and as it progressed, and they updated it. By the time it was in the 90s, it was 93 when the like model that I had came out.
Mm.
And basically, and it was pink and purple, so iconic. But basically, you would have the little silver circle, like pan, is very small, a few inches in diameter, and then you had this like little plastic like poker thingy, so you would use that to like
Like
push it through under the light bulb, and so literally like the cake mix would be maybe like half an inch under this light bulb, and you would set the timer and just I don't remember even how long it would be. As a kid it felt like forever.
yeah.
And it
Do you
would
ever
come
burn
out.
yourself?
Oh yeah, they
I was
got
gonna
lost. They had a
say.
lot of lawsuits
Yeah.
from
I was
it.
like, wait a
Yeah.
second.
Because and you had basically the poker, you flip it around, and it basically was supposed to like pull it out, but it was just
It
this
never
plastic thing,
worked.
so it never works. You kinda had to, like, stick your fingers in, but then the pan
Whoa.
was really hot, so you'd, like, burn your fingers. And then, of course, like, it's being baked by a light bulb, so you're gonna have some underbaked doughy parts still. But
That's
it
so
was just
funny.
such a fun experience, and this shouldn't surprise anyone if you know anything about me. I love being extra. I may have even told this story on the podcast before, so if I have, sorry, cozy detectives. But I would take my little cake that I made, I would pop it out of the pan, and then that like food writing gel,
Yes.
I would
Mhm.
use that to make little like, 'cause at the fancy like restaurants, they would have the little like
That's so
sauce. So I
cute.
would like get the writing gel and I would make little designs and then I would go out into the backyard and I would pick leaves off a bush to
Get
like
some
play.
garnish?
Yeah.
Stop. That's so cute.
Yeah, even though it's leaves, so it's not edible, but I was very into plating even as a child.
That's so cute. You're like, but the presentation.
Exactly. It's so important.
That's so
Um,
cute.
but yeah, so the 93 version, they introduced it as it was an easy bake oven and snack center. So they started
Oh.
creating like savory options. Like I remember
Oh.
nachos.
That's wild to me. What?
Yeah.
The only thing I think of is
Yeah.
that little like chocolate cake. That's like all that my
Yeah.
brain remembers about it.
Yeah, so they had I think you basically
Hot
could
chocolate
put it
chocolate.
on top, and it would, like,
Oh.
melt the cheese sauce on the
That's
shit.
wild.
Yeah.
That is wild. Easy
And
bake.
then are you ready to be a little depressed?
They're like $400 or something crazy.
Not that bad, but
Okay.
so this one, when it was released, it was 16.99, 99 cents.
Okay.
And now Easy Bake Ovens, I looked on Walmart, they're $150.
Whoa, for that same light bulb, I bet.
And I'm like,
my God.
What is that jump? Are you
I
kidding me?
know. That's crazy.
Um, but a couple fun facts real quick.
Yeah,
It won best toy or toy of the year in the 2003 Best Toy Parenting
it should have.
magazine. Yeah, I'm like, well, maybe it burned children. I mean, it did inspire me to go get
Popularity.
to cooking and stuff, but it
Yeah.
did burn you.
Oh.
And then I didn't write this down, but I had like forgotten about this, and I remember it in commercials. They released this to market to boys because boys can't have girly pink ovens. They made the Queasy Bake Oven where they can make
Ew.
like mud pies and slime and gross stuff. And I'm like, let the boys bake with their oven,
Yeah.
okay? Come on now.
That's also
Um,
very like that feels infomercially like the Queasy Bake
yeah,
Oven. And you're like, "Yeah."
exactly. Ugh. And then they did some like brand partnerships, so you could do like an M&M cake, and they did Oreo, Betty Crocker, Dunkin'
Betty
Donuts,
Crocker.
and more.
That's so fun. I think I thought Betty Crocker made the Easy Bake Oven as a kid.
Yeah,
Like I think they were so synonymous to me that I thought it was like the same
that
brand.
makes sense.
And so
Yeah.
for a while, like in college, I wouldn't get Betty Crocker like the mixes because I
Oh no,
thought like it was gonna be the same quality as Easy Bake somehow in my head.
poor Betty Crocker.
I know, poor Betty
Missing out on a customer.
I know. In my brain, it was somehow like almost synonymous. I don't know
That's so
why,
funny.
but love it. Do you still have yours? Do you think somewhere
No, I even
donations?
I thought about it. I was like, "Should I get?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "I'm gonna look on eBay and I'm gonna get one, or I'm gonna get one of the new models." And I'm like, "No, it's not gonna taste good. You're gonna have gritty, gloopy
Yeah.
cake, all all for like 5 seconds of nostalgia of me sticking it in, and then being like, okay, this is actually disgusting."
Yeah. You could do like a thing that like, could I make a good something in an Easy
Oh
Bake
my
Oven?
gosh, girl, you know I'm competitive. Don't do this
You
to me.
know?
I'm
You
gonna be like,
know?
I'm gonna make easy bake taste good.
Not in the that far recent where how do we say that? Not in the too far past, whatever. I saw one at my Goodwill. If it's still there, I'll let you know.
Don't
I'll
tempt
go
me with a good
look.
time.
Like it like doesn't even work.
Yeah.
Or worse, I turn it on and it does work and I'm like, oh,
It starts a fire.
gotta
See,
get
I'd be
this.
too
It
scared.
starts
I'd be
a
like, this
fire
thing
right
is gonna
now.
start a fire. No, thank
Right.
you.
Okay, mine is not technology based and actually was probably killed by technology.
Oh,
Mine is the Doodle Bear. Did you ever hear of the
I
Doodle Bear?
I didn't have one. I wanted one so bad and I never did. And I'm sad. Oh, I
Mine
can't wait
is
to hear about it.
it's cute. I really
They're
liked
so
it. There's
cute.
not that much in the history of it, but it came out in 1995. Jennifer Germanstad and Heather Patterson were the two that made it, and then it
Mhm.
was bought by the Tyco Toys, which was later bought by Mattel. So
Oh, okay.
long way to get there,
Oh,
but
yeah, I
Mattel.
skipped over my manufacturer. That's neither here nor there, but I will say, not to hijack
Yeah, no, go
yours,
go.
I just forgot to share because this is kind of impressive. In 3 years from it being made, they sold 1,000,000 ovens, and by
That's wild.
'97, they had sold 16,000,000.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like it should have won the kid. I mean, even if it's burning kids loved it. They were like, "Burn me
Yeah,
again." That's fine.
by me again. Anyway, sorry, didn't mean to
Yeah,
interrupt.
the
I just saw that in
cooking.
my notes. I'm like, "I forgot."
No, no, you're good. Please, please. That's one of your top ones from this. So happy to give you all the time. Um, the other thing that I couldn't remember about the Doodle Bear, so really the whole plot of him, which is I
The
think
plot.
makes sense. The plot of the bear that makes sense is he or she, I don't know, it's a bear. You could write all over it, and then when you're done and you're like, okay, I don't like this or whatever, you throw it in the washing machine, you wash it, you let it dry, and you could write on it again. The thing that I forgot, but like little Joy in this scenario would have been such a rule follower. I would have only done is you're only supposed to use the Doodle Bear markers. So it's not just like
Mm,
use any washable marker
yeah,
because that didn't like really fully come out, which did happen a lot. When I looked it up, I was like, yeah, a lot of people were just like any marker will
oh my
do.
god. I would
Mhm.
also feel this was my fear too. Again, I didn't have one, but if like you worked really hard on a masterpiece, you're like, okay, I'm saving this, I'm not redoing it, and then like your parent accidentally like
Like
washed
wash.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be devastating.
It's gone. Anything you wrote on there is
Cousin
gone.
detectives, if that happened to you, let us know.
Yeah, another little a little child PTSD, but it's like the useless kind. It's fine.
It's fine.
I didn't
A little
remember.
childhood problems. It's fine.
Yeah, a little 90 trauma,
It
90s trauma.
shapes you. It's fine.
Also what they told us. So the other things that I didn't remember there being, but when I looked it up, I was like, oh yeah, there's a color change Doodle Bear. There was a
Oh,
glow Doodle Bear. And then
wow.
there were other accessories and markers that you could get to like partner with your Doodle Bear. I just had the little Doodle Bear. And I
Cute.
think
You still
this
have
is,
yours?
I know, I was not sure. I think it's probably in a box somewhere at my
Joy's
parents'.
mom, find this, please.
I know, right? I feel like a couple of years ago, we went through like on Zoom,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
okay,
the
should I keep this or
magazines.
should I? Yeah, that and
Yeah.
like everything else. And it was crazy what my memory could be like. Look in that drawer that has my stickers of this. And if
Oh
you
my
go over
gosh,
here,
that's amazing.
I am still like today. I was looking for my iPad and I'm like, "Ah, I know Joy did this because I did this back then. I do it now where I'm like, I'm gonna put this in here in this spot on purpose so I will never lose it. And then I'm like, where is it? What am I doing? Like,
Oh, no.
what's happening? So yes, so I feel like my Doodle Bear is probably in something underneath and closed in. Like I'm gonna keep it safe. And then I'm like, where is it now? I don't know. But that is basically the Doodle Bear. It kind of got killed because I don't know. It's one of those things where like, yes, it's reusable, but after a while, you're like, especially in the 90s and early 2000s, you're like technology. So start
Yeah.
doing that. But
Yep.
speaking
It's
of,
still fun. Real
no
quickly,
fun.
as a side,
Yeah.
this reminded me, I like I said, I didn't have a Doodle Bear. Did you? I just like came back to me. Did you have a what's her face doll? Speaking of like drawing on.
Ooh, I remember.
These are so creepy. So basically the
Uh,
doll's face is blank and you have this mask that you
oh,
snap
that
onto
is
it.
creepy.
And then it had these stamps, and so you would color the stamps and you would put them on so you could put like her eyes and mouth and nose on. And it was super creepy.
Ah, I had. Let me see. What was this called? Oh, I had Betty Spaghetti.
Oh, I never had those, but I've heard of that. Yeah.
That's what I thought you were because they were very similar looking. But Betty Spaghetti
Yeah.
you couldn't draw on the face of, but the what's her face you could. I
Yeah,
remember some
it's creepy.
some
Cozy
people love
Detectives,
that.
if you don't know the what's her face, Google it right now. Just
It's
prepare to be
creepy. I
horrified
just
because it's
did.
super creepy.
Yeah, it's very intense.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Getting into technology.
Yes,
So,
technologia.
yes,
Have you
I'm
seen that one?
talking. No.
it's, it's just this guy in the back of like a car yelling it. Anyway, keep
Oh,
going.
of course. So mine is Encarta, which is basically it's a digital encyclopedia. It's multimedia, and it was published by Microsoft from 1993 all the way through 2009. And this kind of like it predated Wikipedia, I believe, but
Whoa.
obviously Wikipedia is kind of what killed it. Um, but they were originally only sold on CDs. So, like, if your parents, my parents did, they like you order the CD and then you have the like encyclopedia on a CD.
That's cool.
And then they were
I never had
also
this. I never. So this was new to me when you.
okay. And
Yeah.
there's like a side little bit to it that was like I didn't play it very often, but I did, and it was kind of a vibe. But it was also available with an online subscription. Again, very I feel like
Oh.
very 90s, but basically it's lore. In 1985, Microsoft tried to partner with Encyclopedia Britannica, and they were like, "Here, we'll make a CD version of your encyclopedia with you."
Oh.
And Britannica was like, "No, thanks. We're good
Oh.
with our print big old books." So Microsoft
Whoa.
was like, okay, fine, I'll do it myself. So basically, these were like shorter articles. It was actually it's just interesting because you would think a CD would be bigger than like books, but they were shorter articles than both the print encyclopedia and Wikipedia. And it was supposed to be more of like an overview on a subject than like a very
Oh.
in-depth look.
Like you
Um,
could get different CDs about different. Like you could be like, this is the Egypt CD. This is the Greece
no,
CD.
it was
Or,
like the 2000 CD, the 95, like, and this
oh.
side, I think I did talk about this with a 2% recently, but it's now been deemed utopian scholastic as like a 90s
Yeah.
aesthetic, specifically in Carta 95. That whole branding and marketing is like the pinnacle of utopian scholastic. So yeah, basically each year had its own version.
Oh.
So the standard edition had about 50,000 articles, and it had like images, videos, and sounds as part of the article. So obviously
Sound.
that was like, sorry, I didn't know why that made. You're just like sounds.
Well, in my brain,
That
it's
made
like,
me,
and then we're in
yeah,
the jungle, and it's like, oh god,
no, literally,
like really? Okay,
yeah, like sound effects. Actually,
that's so funny.
sounds, and then this is my little side extra tidbit. There was, this is so nerdy. From 1994 to 2007, they also had, as part of Encarta, a what was called Mind Maze, and it was this trivia game. And basically, you're as the player, you navigate through this medieval castle and you talk to characters to answer questions. And basically,
Oh,
the
how
goal was
fun!
to use the encyclopedia to find the answers. And as a kid, I tried so hard. It was really hard for kids. It's like made for
Yeah,
adults, but I was like, I'm gonna be smart.
so cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's cool. I never had
Yeah.
that. I don't know if it was just
Yeah. And I
technology
remember like
yet
using
or.
it for like school projects, like, I'm gonna get on my encyclopedia.
Aw, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Mine was like wishes and goals that Joy had when she was that age, but mine is see-through tech
Love it.
because it was just like again pinnacle. Like it
It's
gives
so cool.
vibes, right? It gives vibes of Xenon. It actually had somewhat of a reasoning too. So I guess it became more mainstream because of the iMac G3 in 1998.
Hmm.
Um, and then there's the blue. I actually have a book somewhere that looks like this, where it's got like kind
Mhm.
of like in Legally Blonde, when Elle Woods is like, "I'm gonna go be awesome," and she goes
Yeah,
and like that's
the
like the
orange
look.
one. And then well,
Yes,
also the Rory gets one for her
Rory gets a blue
birthday.
one.
Yeah.
Yep. So I have the same color as Rory. I was very proud of that.
Love it.
And it's like so that was called the shell, like a clam shell. But I don't know if that on that was called Bondi blue, but I guess they had like a name for the blue. I don't know. That was the blue
Hmm.
that became popular that like had everything else become popular. And then there was things like the Game Boys had the kind of see-through of it, and 64 had it. PlayStation had see-through cases. I wasn't sure if that meant like you put it on it or you would like buy I wasn't really sure about that. I didn't have that. Phones was the big thing that I remember. It's like I
Yeah.
wanted one so bad. Did I get one? No. Did I want one? Yes. The CD
There was
player,
a show where
Windows.
they had one. I don't remember which one, but I feel like there was a show. Maybe it was Full House
Mm,
or
I don't know. My
the
brain
one with
can't think of it.
Urkel. I feel like there was one. There was a show where they had a clear
Like one of the
phone.
teenagers had it or something, like in
Yeah.
their room or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
feel
see.
like yeah. It also I feel like really so early, like get like rolling up to the year 2000 was such like I have one of the kids in my class. I don't know why, but his mom was like, "We're gonna get a bunch of ketchup,"
Oh, it
and that
was
was like,
Clarissa Explains It All. Which I never
oh,
I saw a few episodes, but I didn't watch it, like, religiously, so
yeah.
that's
See,
interesting.
still stuck in your brain because of how like
How
you know
cool
what
it
I'm
was,
saying?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then apparently it was also in Babysitter's Club, which
Oh,
right up my
cool.
alley, so maybe that's what I'm thinking of, but
Right, right. Yeah, it kind
so
of gives
good.
vibes of what they would put on the front cover or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like sitting there on the
Yeah,
phone or something.
yeah.
But I feel like leading up to the year 2000, like everybody was just like kind of that futuristic-y feel of what people
Yeah.
expected the year 2000 to be. Like very like Marty
Another '90s
McFly,
aesthetic,
right?
Y2K futurism.
Exactly, exactly. But I feel like this also really played into that a lot. The 90s loved the bold colors of everything, so there's very bold colors.
Mhm,
One thing I didn't realize is that for a lot of the like Mac iBook side of things, the reason it wasn't like
mhm.
super, super like clear see-through as some of the other ones were, is because if it's kind of like a glass type of see-through, like you see like as opposed to opaque, I feel like is the way I should be saying that.
Yeah.
You can see a lot more fingerprints. And so I didn't realize that there was like a
Oh,
purpose. Like, oh, this is why this is more like opaque and you can kind of see, but it like doesn't show
yeah.
your fingerprints as much.
It's
But
what oh, I
I
can
loved
always
it.
get these 2 mixed up. One's translucent and one's transparent. My elementary science teacher's yelling at me because I like
Transparent. You can see.
Yeah, transparent is all the way through, and then translucent you can kind of see through.
I'm 99% sure, but now I'm double. Now I'm feeling
Sorry, that was like
translucent. Yeah, diffusion. So
okay. So transparent is the full see through, and then
yeah,
translucent where
partially
the
transparent.
okay,
Translucent is partially transparent.
okay, cool.
Yeah, we got there. But yeah,
Science.
science. I know, right? Look at us go. Oh,
Oh, we
also
need to
like
do a
another
Bill
Bill Nye
Nye
thing. I was gonna
episode.
say another Bill Nye thing. I feel like it's very in this too. Like it hits all like so many of the things.
Yeah, oh, so good.
So fun. I just the PBS one will be coming out the week that we're
Ah,
recording this, and I'm like, yeah,
yeah,
like there are so many fun things from that time period. But
truly. Take me back.
I know, right? But I do like the vibe of 2026 kind of being 2016 and a lot of like even like the summer concerts and things like that. Now it's not
Yeah.
100%, but I'm holding to that. I'm holding to it. Yeah.
Oh, so
What's your
fun. Oh, this was
2%?
such a fun
This
episode.
was. Coach Tech, just let us know if you'd like us to do this about other things as well, because I feel like this is fun. It's like a little bit mini, a little nostalgia, a little
Yeah, because
like,
there's some things where I'm like, I really want to talk about, but I couldn't do a full case file on,
yeah. Like honestly,
uh,
butterfly clips loved. Also would roll like a bunch of body glitter on and then put like butterfly clips on my hair. But like
so
we
good.
couldn't have a case file about butter clips or butter clips. Imagine. I bet there is. I bet if you look it up, there's some claw clip that's shaped like butter.
Probably. Yeah. All right. So my 2%, I know I've done it before, and this was on my spring bucket list, but it was one of those things where I was very much like, no, I'm going to do this. It's going to make my life a little bit cozier. So I had my lunch outside today because it was really nice weather.
Cute.
For the most part, it was really windy, so it got a little chilly towards the end. But I was really tempted. So uh, again, to date us, we are in the middle of the Paralympics. And so if you know, I love the
Mm.
Olympics. I've been watching the Paralympics, and I
It's
was
like
like,
the last 9 episodes. I just got to the edit where you're like, they just ended. I'm like, oh, I love it.
and they're back. So I've been watching the Paralympics a lot, and I was tempted to just sit in my office and watch them on my lunch break. And I was like, no, I need some fresh air. I'm going to eat outside. But
Oh, that's good.
we've been so good at sled hockey. Oh my gosh, like we've been like dominating like 14-1, 13-0. So
Whoa.
it's just been like really fun to watch us like do really well at that. But
Fun.
anyways, I will not spend a lot of time talking
No,
about
you're
this again.
totally. I just made me giggle because I just hit the episode today where, like, in editing, where you were like,
Yeah.
"It just ended." That's so. Wait, do you do anything? So I might be in a position where, like, I'm like, okay, I need to eat lunch outside. Do you pack anything different? Do you plan different that day than you would other days, or?
Um, I mean, sometimes I will if I try not to do something that needs to be microwaved just because it's like a
Mm.
hassle to carry the like hot thing outside. But I've been on this I guess this could also be part of a 2%. I've been like hyper fixating on this. I meal prep the last couple of weeks.
Oh,
It's kind of I don't have you ever been to Cava?
yeah,
It's like the Mediterranean
yeah,
Chipotle,
yeah, yeah.
but I've just been making, like, basically, like, at-home kava bowls that I can,
Ooh,
like, easily meal prep for the whole week, so I've been kind of fixating on that, so I just had one of those today.
ooh, that's a good idea. Because I know I'd like to have more lunches outside, but I feel like I'm like ill prepared for it. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
like, how am I prepared more to be able to? Because again, with summer, especially when I'm like, oh, get me away from this snow. I would like summer.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
mine
What
could
about
go along
you?
with that. Maybe if you paired them together, I bet it'd be good. Is I got matcha, which I'm excited
Fun.
about. I have plans to also go get one of the whisks and one of the
Ooh.
bowls. So I'm
Ooh,
thinking
fancy pants.
World Market because I want to be in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I want
Yeah.
to create the really good matchas like you would get from somewhere, but at this point are like $10 for like a good
Oh, yeah.
like, especially if
So
you get, like,
expensive.
one of the
Yeah,
strawberry
stuff
things or
added
something in
in.
it. Yeah, exactly. So, I wanna create my syrup, which is one of my bucket list goals. So, I'm gonna create the syrup, I'm gonna
Fun.
do the matcha, I have the whole plan, but I did get the matcha. So, step 1 acquired. So, we're
Yeah.
getting there slowly but
Love
surely.
it. Oh, so good. You have to keep us
Yeah.
updated.
I will. I'm sure I'll fail at it at the beginning, but, try again.
It's part of it, is
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah. What about the cozy detectives?
Yes. So we have one which I'm like, I feel like I need details on how this works, but Susanna shared that she learned how to get any stain out with dish soap, baking soda, and then laying it out in the sun. And I'm
That's awesome.
intrigued because I am always dropping stuff. I literally before this, I had a different shirt on, spilled some dinner on it, and had to put some shout on it. So I'm like, please tell me your ways because I'm so messy.
I love that. That's awesome. I feel like out in the sun too would be a great
Yeah,
way to make sure that really just like
that's
sucks
in.
up the Thank you for listening. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube at Blanket Fort Files Pod. Send us your 2% cozier. Subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts and join us next week in the Blanket Fort where we'll discuss the coziness of non-Disney princesses.
I'm so excited.
Me too. These are good ones.